Unemployment is when someone is looking for a job and doesn't have one. There are three types of unemployment: structural, cyclical, and frictional. Structural unemployment is when a job gets replaced by technology, such as when a robot does a job that used to be done by a human. Cyclical unemployment is caused by a recession when the economy shrinks and there is not enough jobs to go around. Frictional unemployment is people who are between jobs or who are looking for a different or better job. It is shown by this following clip.
Sean, if the professor calls about that job, just tell him, sorry. I had to go see about a girl. Will.
Son of a bitch. He stole my line.
In the movie, Will was offered a job to use his skills to work for a firm in Boston. He could have taken the job and he would have been employed. Instead, he went to go see about a girl. This implies that he gave up his job in Boston to go search for a job in California so he could be with someone else. This is frictional unemployment because his lack of job is not due to any economic hardships or obsolete skill, but rather because of personal choice that he made. Unemployment is when a person works less hours than they would like to make a living, or a person is employed in a job that is below their potential skill level. In Good Will Hunting, Will is a genius, but he is employed as a janitor and a construction worker. He could be doing a lot more with his time. It is shown by this.
I want to way out of here for. I mean, I'm gonna fucking live here the rest of my life. You know, be neighbors, you know, we'll have little kids, fucking take them to Little League together up Foley Field.
Look, you're my best friend, so don't take this the wrong way. But in 20 years, if you're still living here, coming over my house to watch the Patriots game, still working construction, I'll fucking kill you.
That just shows how much Will is underemployed in terms of how much he could be doing with his brain power. Now for supply and demand.
I also put an advanced Fourier system on the main hallway chalkboard. And I'm hoping that one of you might prove it by the end of the semester. And the person to do so will not only be in my good graces, but also go on to fame and fortune by having their accomplishment recorded and their name printed in the auspicious MIT Tech.
When the professor called for someone to solve his math problem, he created demand for a mathematician who could solve the advanced equation. Demand is the desires or wants of the consumer. Scarcity is when there are insufficient resources to deal with the demand of every person. In the case of Good Will Hunting, there are a scarcity of mathematicians who are able to solve this problem. The dilemma of the professor is there is no supply of people who are willing to solve his problem at the current reward. So he must adjust his price level so that a supplier is willing to undertake his complicated problem. He adjusts his price level by offering more incentive or reward for the person who does it. This ends up working, and there is now a supplier of the product who is willing to provide the given quantity, which is one math solution, at his given price, which is the reward or incentive. This creates an equilibrium, and both the consumer and the supplier get what they want.
Opportunity cost is the term for when someone gives up something in order to do or gain another thing. An example of this is a company can produce one truck for every 3 cars, so every time they produce a truck, they must give up 3 cars. It does not only describe goods, though, it is also actions that you perform at the expense of something else.
Because it was Game 6 of the World Series. Biggest game in Red Sox history.
Yeah, sure.
My friends and I had slept out on the sidewalk all night to get tickets.
You got tickets?
Yep. Day of the game. We're sitting in a bar waiting for the game to start. And in walks this girl. It was an amazing game, though. You know, bottom of the 8th, Carbo tied it up. It was 6-6. It went to 12. Bottom of the 12th, in stepped Carlton Fisk. Old Pudge. Steps up to the plate. You know, he's got that weird stand.
Yeah.
And then, boom! He clocks it, you know. High fly ball on the left field line. 35,000 people on their feet, yelling at the ball. But that's not because Fisk, he's waving at the ball like a madman. He's going, get over! Get over! Get over! And then it hits a foul pole. Oh, he goes apeshit, and 35,000 fans, you know, they charge the field, you know? Yeah, fucking ball. He's like, go, get on the... Get away! Bangs it. You had tickets to that game! Yeah. Did you rush the field? No, I didn't rush the field. I wasn't there. What? No, I was in a bar having a drink with my future wife.
In that scene, Sean had a choice. He could go to the game, which he waited for tickets for a long amount of time, or he could instead go meet his wife and have a drink. He cannot do both at the same time, so he must choose to give up something in order to do the other. This is the opportunity cost. Sean gave up the game to go see about a girl.